Hey, it's Chris and Margie, and we are here at, where are we, Marge?
Richmond.
Richmond what? It looks like our volume is being hit because of that. I hope they can hear us. I hope you guys can hear us. I don't know. But anyhow, I hope you guys can hear us. Let us know if you can hear us. All right. So, hey, Mike. There's Mar there. There's Mike. We are in Richmond, Indiana. We are at the what, Marge?
Wayne County Historical Museum.
We're at the Wayne County Historical Museum. Basically, what it was we keep going to these museums, and they take forever for us to go through, and I end up getting rid of, what do we get up? A lot of footage to try to shorten the video. And I thought, why don't we just live stream these? So I'm like, if we can live stream it, that's the best. But we're gonna get ready. We're gonna go in here. Hopefully they allow us to do what we're doing. So, but other than that, we're gonna get started. Just because this is live stream doesn't mean you're gonna get out of the intro. Here we go. Maybe. All right, we're going to turn you around real quick.
Hello.
How do I do that?
Coming for a visit today.
Yes, there's two of us, please.
Okay, it doesn't like it.
How much is it a person?
Adults are $8.
I'm going to take that.
All right, I'll see you soon. Thanks, Marlene.
Can you just keep the 20 and put the other 4 as a donation?
Sure. So $16, please. Have you guys ever been here before?
No.
Oh my goodness. Well, I'll be happy to tell you a little bit about the museum. So, where are you guys from?
Union City.
Okay, well, welcome. So this building actually started off its life in 1865 as a Quaker meeting house. Richmond was actually known as the great Quaker city of the West. And in 1929, it came into the hands of our founder, Julia Garr. She was very much a woman ahead of her time. She traveled around the world 6 or 7 times. Her favorite place to go was Egypt. And during her trip in 1929, she actually brought back our 3,500-year-old Egyptian mummy.
Oh, wow.
So Richmond is actually the mummy capital of Indiana. There are only 2 mummies in the whole state, and both of them are here. One here and then one at the Natural History Museum at Earl College.
Yeah.
So I would recommend you start up here with our Native Americans, and then you can move through some different transportation systems. On this side, we have our Victorian parlor. In that room, we call that Julie's room, and that houses part of our world collection, including the mummy's tomb.
Okay.
And we see your squirrel tail.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you never know what you're going to find. So beyond that is our antique car collection, and I believe all but 4 of the vehicles down there were manufactured here in Richmond. Okay. There's also a full basement, so please don't forget to stop down there. And then outside, all the buildings are open.
Okay.
You need a map? Here is a map. And if you have any questions, just let me know.
All right, thank you.
Have fun.
How much was it for seniors?
I don't know anything.
All right. I have to ask. Just mummies, no daddies. Who do you think that was, Margie?
Traces and
Yes.
Joseph and Mike.
So here we go. Traces the trails. This thing is not going to let me work.
I didn't count
I'm just looking through. I think there's some awesome looking stuff in here. Obviously, here's the one part, Marge. The Native American stuff. Archaic Indians, 8,000 to 1,000 BCE. More stuff over here. This is the Woodland Indians, 1,000 to 3,000 years ago. Let's see here. They got different arrowheads and everything like that. This is what I was talking about. This is called a squirrel tail. This is what we seen over at in Fort Wayne at the Fireman's Museum. And there, oh, look at that. Is that a coyote?
Look at this mastodon tooth.
Mastodon tooth right there.
It was found in the Salmon River at G County.
Oh, wow. Hey, Jerry, thanks for coming in. Margie, know if it's off the wall or a bad pun, it's me. So behind us, we got some, looks like some knives, swords, and daggers. I'm sorry, swords.
There's a scavenger hunt here also.
Any Hattie Haddle, the ancient hunting arrow thrower? I don't know, Mike. So we'll see what's on the other side of this glass case. Oh, here we go. So it's got some pottery. I was wanting for Mike to say if the lady was wrong. There were 2 mummies in the building. Margie is the second mummy. That's Mar. Mar said that.
More. If I would have guessed, I would have said Mike. Mar's on it today.
Oh, here we go. We got a covered wagon with some pioneer people. They got all the different kinds of stuff inside the covered wagon. I don't know what chicory is. Marge, do you know what chicory is?
Mm-hmm.
I don't either. But they have coffee. Look at, he's got his coonskin hat on, just like a Davy Crockett. So we got the little girl over here with her bonnet. What is this called? Conestoga wagon was an early American freight hauler. It was a very sturdy vehicle designed to carry large, heavy loads for the early settlers immigrating from the eastern states to the western frontier. So, pretty neat. You got anything down here that looks interesting, honey?
Yeah, I do. I like this stuff right here.
It's mixed with coffee to make it go longer. Oh, okay.
Is it old medicine products? Is that what that is?
That's what it looks like. It looks like medicine products, maybe.
Yeah, there's like sewing equipment. And then
there's a coffee grinder, I would say.
That right there says the Bible recording Joseph Lewis
Conestoga. Oh, Conestoga wagon. That's what this is. I've just always heard it as a covered wagon.
That book right there is the Bible recording Joseph Lewis' birthday, 6th of February, 1794.
Oh, wow. There's a little girl with her bonnet.
So in this trunk, this is what they would have carried their stuff in.
Mm-hmm.
You would have had several different types of medicine, a sewing kit, pewter utensils, a family Bible, and a coffee grinder.
Oh, wow.
See that?
She's got a water pail there. How's come? I bet those water pails are more sturdier than the water pails we have today. What do you think? We got Canal Spark change for Hoosiers. Here's the canal. We actually know where to go to see the canal too, don't we? Down in Metamora. It's a picture of where the canals
so this
went.
basically tells us like what you just read the other day. Well, not the other day.
How a canal lock works.
Yeah, when we were at the locks.
Oh yeah, when we was at the locks. That was over in Ohio too. So the one we see is the ones that's going from Cincinnati
So
to
number
Hagerstown.
1, Ohio Falls Canal.
Yeah.
So where's number 1 at? There's 2, 5, 3. Oh, down here at the bottom, down by Jeffersonville and New Albany. And then 2, Wabash and Erie Canal to connect Lake Erie.
Right.
So that's the one we saw over there by Ohio.
So did you say what this big piece of wood is?
This is a section of a keel from the canal boat rover.
Yes.
The keel was the key to the boat's structure. It's a long, thin piece of wood or metal along the bottom of a boat that helps it to balance in the water. All the structural members, ribs, are attached to the keel.
Do you know why they called it?
Like these things right here. Okay.
Do you know why they called it a keel boat?
Uh-uh.
Because it could keel you.
Oh my word.
So they got, what is this? Is this
Cincinnati
old money?
Whitewater Canal, $1. That's $2, and this is $5. Looks like just copies of it.
I didn't say it. She was on old mummy. Moving on. Surveyors lead the way. The most important piece of legislature ever passed by the U.S. Congress. So we got, who do we have here?
David Hoover.
David Hoover.
David Hoover's discovery of Wayne County in the spring of 1806 happened almost accidentally. He and 4 others took a section line some 10 miles north of Dayton, Ohio, and traced it more than 30 miles west through unbroken forest.
Oh, wow.
Mr. Hoover often called Wayne County the Promised Land. He became the first surveyor of the county and laid out much of the city of Richmond as we know it today. Other names were considered for our city. Hoover recalled this in his own words. If I recollect right, the town was first called Smithville, after one of the proprietors, which did not give general satisfaction. Thomas Roberts, James Pegg, and myself were chosen to select a name for the place. Roberts proposed Waterford, Pegg proposed Plainfield, and I made the choice of Richmond, which latter name was adopted by the lot holders.
And this is a surveyor pole. And then next to them, they have pictures of famous surveyors, which is Lewis and Clark, George Washington, Benjamin Banneker, Charles Mason and Jeremiah Dixon, and Abraham Lincoln. Wow, that's a cool factoid. Yes.
I would have never guessed they were like famous surveyors. Or
No, I wouldn't.
Surveyors at all.
Isn't it funny? There are probably two of the most famous presidents were surveyors.
Yeah, and the surveyor, it's an Atkinson Horner.
Oh yeah.
Kind of cool. This is a Gunter's chain.
Lincoln was a survivor. Yes.
Oh, okay. So this right here.
Yes.
1 link equals 7.92 inches.
Oh wow.
100 links equal 1 chain. 1 chain equals 66 feet.
Gotcha.
And 80 chains equal 1 mile. So the journey from Washington, D.C. to Richmond, Indiana is about 506 miles. How many chains would have to be laid on the ground to survey a road? So 506 miles, 80 chains. So hold on, let me get my calculator out. I'm gonna look.
The surveyor, not. Oh, okay.
So how many miles? 506. 506 divided by 80 chains. 6.3. Nah, that can't be right. 80 chains equal a mile. $40,480. Aha! I'm 100% correct.
All right. So what do we got behind us? We got. What is this, Marge?
This looks like.
It's an old house.
Wolf Mill.
Oh, it's a mill. This kind of looks like the one from Bear Mills.
Bear.
Yeah.
This says
Hey, Kay.
built at Elkhorn Falls in 1860.
Yeah.
So let's walk around here and see.
So it looks like.
Oh yeah, right here you can really see. It really does look like Bear's Mill, like what we know Bear's Mill.
Right. So you can look
An
inside of it. They got
H4.
lights and everything inside. They probably didn't have lights in the real ones, right? They probably had like lanterns.
So it's 1, 2, 3, 4 stories. So that's about what Bear's Mill was, or was it 3?
I don't remember. It's been a while since we've been there. Are we skipping this? Just a weird looking 4-wheel bicycle. Cut your work in two, double your pleasure.
A light inspection car.
Hmm.
Ooh, for the railroad.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's for the railroad. I didn't
That's what
see
it
that.
looks like.
Yeah. Oh. A 4-wheel bike for riding on the railroad.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah. All right. We got some more interesting stuff over here. All different kinds of little models and everything.
Oh, it is. It's right here. Every reader of the railroad telegrapher can do both of these things with a light inspection car.
Look at this. Look at this train, Marge. Is it a circus train?
It is because it all goes around.
These look like these down here look like the stuff that you see over at Jay County during the tractor engine show. Yeah.
Okay, so this is a scale model traction steam engine made by John Chiclet.
How do you know? Which one? This one that we're looking at?
I don't know. I'm just reading this. There, that's the circus train. I'm reading this right here.
Well, there's another train down below, but we haven't got to look at that yet. Here it is. This says about the circus train. This does not look like no Casey Jr.
So this circus train is a replica of what the circus used in Richmond in the late 1940s and 50s.
Oh wow.
So it would come in down at the Penn Station and unload. A parade was formed up with a bandwagon, elephants, and trucks. And the 3 main tent poles were set up with the canvas spread on the ground around the poles. It's kind of cool that they...
Yes, Mike. Yes. There's a 13 marker. Did they have a guidebook? I don't know. I didn't see that. What? So there's another train below. This looks like.
This has to be the traction steam engine.
This right there, yeah. This is the kind of stuff you see like at the tractor engine show.
But we never go out there to see.
Looks like 0 scale, Mike says. Is what he says this is. Put your hand up there and show him what. No, to the train.
This?
Yeah.
Oh. Like that?
Yeah. He wants a scale. We can't give him a scale, which is by. So over here we have another train. This one looks a little bigger than the other, and they've got this one down here in the case, where it's running through the case. I don't know if it looks like it's the same size, maybe. That's some heat coming up through the floor here. But it goes all the way through this round case. But we're going to look at this over here. Margie's looking at, which is.
This is the world's greatest horseshoer, William
Wedenkai. The world's greatest horseshoer. Not 0. O scale. Oh, I gotcha. Okay. Like letter O. I gotcha. H-O. Gotcha.
So it says the title was given to William.
Yeah.
Of Hagerstown by the judges at the 1892 Chicago World Fair.
Oh, wow.
He won first place.
He doesn't do a high heel for horses. So it looks like a lot of his tools, a lot of his shoes that he must have made. Those looks like handcuffs, not shoes, but what do I know? They're all numbered too.
There you go. You ready?
Yeah.
So, passion for his profession. It took Mr. How do you say it? Weddington? 2.5 years to complete the contents of this case, and all the handmade finished and polished at an estimated cost of $20,000. In today's currency, it would be $556,600.
Oh wow.
At the close of the World's Fair,
Yeah.
it was reportedly he declined an offer of $100,000 for this exhibit, which is $2,778,000 in today's currency.
He's not just a blacksmith, Mar. He is the world's greatest horseshoer.
But there's 350 of his handmade pieces in here.
Yeah, they're counted. They got numbers by them.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's not skip this. There is a great big plane in here. What a dummy.
Davis Aircraft.
Yeah, what is it?
It says Davis Aircraft.
Davis Aircraft. Was there anything that's talked about the aircraft while we were?
Right here.
Oh wow. The Airplane Corps, Richmond, Indiana.
It says the Davis Airplane Corporation in Richmond, Indiana built one of the finest paracel-type sport planes during the late 20s and 30s. It was an open cockpit paracel monoplane, seating 2 in tandem.
Look at this. Is that an award?
It's a trophy of some sort.
Ooh. Ohio Trophy.
All Ohio Derby, 1929 National Air Races. The Standard Company of Ohio. I can't read it because it's so dark. What was the statue we went and seen in Ohio? What was that guy's name? It wasn't Pat Love, was it?
I don't remember. It says Chris, any highball train signals. A highball would be a tower with a red ball on a rope. The rope would be pulled, raising the ball to the top, and the train would go forward, up, go down, don't go. I don't know. I didn't see anything like that. But what are those, Margie?
Oh, they're
train whistles. Oh, wow.
Here. Oh. Nice.
I want to do it. I want to do the train whistles. Yeah, that's how you do it, Margie. So they got oh wow, they even got a little bridge built in here for this, don't they? So here's more on the Davis aircraft, right?
It says, yep, Davis Aircraft, 1929. Pilot Fred M. Nottingham. Co-pilots James D. Clements, Lloyd E. Nixon, Russell L. Clemens, Dr. John O. Barnhart, Charles C. Mosey, Dr. Frank H. Cooper, William C. Mifflin, Navigator Paul H. Hedges, Flight Engineer H. Marvin Stoller, 1990.
How much do you think they pay that guy to sit up there all day? So behind us, we have this. Wow. Look at this, Marge.
Hold on, I'm reading the rest of this.
Okay.
About this bridge right here.
The Wayne County Historical Society needs volunteers. Okay. This is the King of Desk, the Wooten desk, circa 1880 to 1804. William S. Wooten started the career making desks in Richmond, Indiana around 1860. He was a partner in the furniture manufacturer firm of George A. Grant and Company. The Grant Company produced school, office, and courtroom furnishings. So, wow. So it looks like it shuts up like a cabinet.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and desk folds out. They've got all these different little places to put different stuff. You got like containers over here and places to fit like maybe your supplies or documents and stuff. And then even down below.
What's it called? The Wooten desk?
The Wooten desk, yes. All right. And this is.
A fire pumper.
Oh, that's that. That's the squirrel tail there. I think this is a hose, isn't this? Or maybe this is both of them are. I think they both are. I just think they're different types. But this is the squirrel tail, like what we've seen up at the Fireman's Museum there in Fort Wayne. So I'd say that over there is what pumps the water. It looks like you hook the water up maybe down here, and then the guys get on the side and they pump that handle and the water shoots out. And Margie's looking at some old, looks like lawnmowers.
And he opened a machine shop. Elwood McGuire opened a machine shop with H.H. Dilley at 182 Fort Wayne Avenue in 1870. Oscillating cylinder steam engine received a silver medal at the Cincinnati Industrial Exposition of 1882.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I think what it is, it's everything that has to do with Wayne County is what I think it is. Mars, the reason why there's so much different stuff in here. Wherever grass grew, people needed his mower.
Hey, I remember pushing a lawnmower like that when I was a kid at my grandma's.
We never had one like that, but I remember one of the neighbors having something like that.
It's hard to mow.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
But that was my job at grandpa's. It was more like this one, I think, because it had more than like that. And it had
right.
More blades like that.
Firefighter video. So here we are. We are in the firefighters. The first responder, Richmond Fire Department, first class firefighter.
Oh, did we? Many people knew Harry Lovell as a Tuskegee Airman.
Oh, wow.
But he also spent 20 years in the Richmond Fire Department. He started off in the segregated firehouse number 2 during his career in Richmond Fire Department. Harry invested a simpler fire hose coupler that aided his fellow firemen. Nice.
He died on my birthday.
He was a captain when he passed.
He was a Tuskegee Airman?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. That's like, what, the second or third one of those we've ran into in these areas. Right?
Mm-hmm.
More firefighter. Oh, this looks like policeman. Yeah. Policeman. The city of Richmond. Chief Certificate Bravery, Tim Davis. Trying to see if there was like anything. It says in recognition of your act of bravery on February 13th, 2001. I think it's just
time. How is this even possible? Look at this. This is from 2023. Jordan Price, 2023. Jordan Price is the Richmond Fire Department's first black full-time paramedic. In 2023.
I don't know, Margie.
That's just baffling to me.
All right, behind us. What do we got over here? Oh, some more historic things. Now this is kind of weird. Look at this, Margie. That's kind of weird, isn't it?
What is it?
Oh, some kind of hood.
A Bader smoke helmet.
No, yeah, I guess it is.
The Virgin Bader smoke helmet revolutionized firefighting in the late 19th century. For the first time, this helmet allowed firemen to carry their own oxygen supply. That's kind of different looking.
Oh, yeah. It looks like something out of a horror movie.
The eyes are made from mica for fireproof viewing and have condensation wipers. Oh, so that's okay. Okay. That's interesting.
Yeah. all kinds of stuff. Hey, look, there's some money.
But that's not the. That's the second one. The first one's over there.
No.
Two.
Oh.
How they're numbered.
They're not the real mummies.
told
I
you
was just
there's
joking.
Chris, I told you there was a scavenger hunt.
No, I wasn't looking at the scavenger hunt. Benjamin Franklin. Was he a fireman, Margie?
The editor of the Pennsylvania Gazette, Ben Franklin, had called for an improvement in firefighting techniques and fire prevention strategies. Franklin founded the Philadelphia Contribution Ship for the insurance of houses from loss by fire, later renamed the Hand in Hand Company in 1752, and established himself as a pioneer in American firefighting thinking.
This is a weird looking shirt. What do you think? And there's the guy wearing that shirt. The mask looks like something out of Doctor Who, 1960s. Wow.
It kind of does. Looks, I don't know. Here's the Great Fire of Chicago in 1871.
Yeah.
As with the Great Fire of London, boats gather at the waterfront as people try to escape the flames.
What else are we looking at? Okay, we've come back, basically back to where we were. And there's your general store over here. I don't know if we want to
No,
walk.
she said there's more. You can go
Okay.
on this side, and then we got the basement yet to go in.
All right. So, I don't know. Should we look at what's behind us? Before 1800 and beyond. Digital Black History Trail.
Born in Bronxville, Indiana, Grover
Bundy.
moved with his family to Richmond. He was the first black officer appointed by the Richmond Police Department on June 1st of 1890. He was a detective.
What about this big picture?
He was also the longest-serving police officer in Indiana.
Cornelius Roscoe Richardson.
He was born in Athens, Georgia, and he went to school at the, how do you say it, Tuskegee Institute in Tuskegee, Alabama.
Uh-huh. He graduated with a Bachelor's of Science in Agriculture. While in school at Tuskegee, Richardson was a valet and is that right? I can't see it. I'm kind of standing back to show the picture.
Kind of.
Is that what it said?
Where is it?
It says, while in school, Tuskegee Richardson was
a Bachelor in Science and Agriculture. While in school, Tuskegee Richardson was a valet and close correspondent of Booker T. Washington, who founded the Tuskegee Institute in 1881.
Wow. All right, over here, Patterson. Looks like there was a city named after him.
C. Strickle Patterson.
A native Longtown in Darke County, Ohio. Oh, wow. Longtown.
Yep.
Yeah.
He opened the Patterson Funeral Home that same year. When Strickle initially tried to open his business in a white neighborhood on South 9th Street, he was arrested. He moved locations to South 8th Street, and business picked up very quickly.
Yeah, we did a video on Longtown, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
Long time ago. The Indian company. What's his name? His name is C.
Strickle Patterson.
Sturkle Patterson. C.
Strickle Patterson,
yeah.
Sorry.
Hey, Caffeinated Misfit. Thanks for coming in.
The first Black Fire Brigade in Richmond, beginning in 1919, backlash came from the local firehouses in Richmond due to the decision of Mayor W. Zimmerman and other city officials to appoint a black firefighter to one of the existing firehouses in town. After threats of firefighting striking in response to the makes me mad. In action, city officials of Richmond, including C.R. Richardson, made a compromise to create a new firehouse for black firefighters. This solved the issue of radical integration. Wow.
So, but it looks like they actually named a street after him at one time.
I don't know if that was the street or if that was just a sign off his funeral home.
Maybe that's what it was. And then over here, it looks like we have, because I have a feeling this is still stuff that's probably from Black History Month, would you say?
Mm,
So this guy's name's James Townsend. That's funny because I seen something called James Townsend on the way into town. But born in Gallipolis, Ohio on August 8th, 1841, James Townsend began his education in Oxford, Ohio, and became a licensed minister by the time he was 18. After a few years, Townsend enlisted to join. I know there's a glare on his face.
this talks about Longtown right here.
Okay. Fought under the command of Robert Shaw, leader of the 5th. So he ended up fighting in the Civil War. That's what it looks like. So he was a Civil War soldier. Is this Longtown over here?
Located about 25 miles northeast of Richmond, Longtown was first settled around 1820 by James Clemens, a freeborn
James Clemens. We went to his house.
black citizen. As the community progressed, it attracted more black settlers, making it the first settlement of black people in the area.
Right.
Additionally, several clans of Shawnees lived in the area and intermingled with the Longtown population. White settlers also lived in the area, many with German, Danish, or Irish heritage, creating a triracial community. One of the white settlers, James Long, came to the settlement after purchasing a blacksmith shop there. After the Long family rose to prominence in the area, the time came to name the settlement's post office, and it was decided that the town would be named Longtown because of the Long's family efforts to the community. Many of the residents of the Longtown community later became residents of Richmond.
Oh, wow. William Paul Quinn. Paul Quinn was born in the West Indies during the year 1800 and was influenced at an early age by the teaching of the Quaker missionary Elizabeth Walker. Her influence was a big factor in his decision to go to America. By 1824, Quinn was a licensed preacher in eastern Pennsylvania. Additionally, he was a member of the Philadelphia Conference, who in 1831 asked him to go west and build up the church. The first recorded appearance of Quinn in Richmond was in 1838 when Quinn organized a Methodist society that was later known as the Bethel AME Church. And then you got Calvin Outland, born in 1811. Calvin Outland was born as a slave in Raleigh, North Carolina. At 18 years old, Outland moved to Dover, Indiana, with the assistance of a group of Quakers who helped him claim his freedom. By the time he was 20, Outland moved to Richmond and began working as a tanner, though unfortunately he could not continue long in that profession due to health issues.
Did you know Aladdin had a wick named after him?
Aladdin had a wick?
One Aladdin, just a wick. Yeah, I just couldn't resist. Sorry.
Wow.
That's a little creepy.
The cat?
It's a little...
It says Miss Kitty.
Okay, well, Miss Kitty just kind
What's
of
it say? No.
No.
Miss Kitty is a real taxidermy cat. We don't know when she came to reside at the museum or who may have donated her, but we have evidence that she has been here since at least 1960. For many decades, she has been moved around the museum so visitors can search for the newest spot. She's missing an eye.
It's a little odd.
She's missing an eye.
I can't help it. It's a little odd for me to look at. There's a big totem pole. You didn't get that, did you?
Oh, wow. No, I didn't. This is a big totem pole, Margie. Ta-da! That's a big totem pole. All right. We got some other stuff coming up, but we got this dollhouse to look at.
This is Caroline's dollhouse.
Caroline's dollhouse.
It was built in 1880 for a 10-year-old Caroline R. Jones of Richmond, Indiana. It was made by a professional carpenter and carver named Alan Weeks. He even carved his name on the balcony of the front door.
So Mike said, how funny would it be to put a Bluetooth speaker behind Miss Kitty, and when somebody walks by, meow. So look at this.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Oh, yes. Very detailed.
Very pretty.
They even got the front
And
Steps.
there's mummy number 3.
Oh, yeah. Mummy number 3. What do we have over
These are
here?
just portraits.
Just portraits?
Marcus Note, Girl by Stream.
What?
Mhm.
Just different. Are they done by people here?
Call at the sign of the gray goose.
Uh-oh.
So a birthright friend, Marcus Note, was born in 1817 in West Milton, Ohio.
Okay. So this is some of his art then?
I guess so. An old Indiana yearling meeting,
You can kind of see.
trying to count her chickens.
But you can kind of see the same, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then we got a problem. Because that's mummy number 5.
Mummy Ford over here somewhere.
So here's some more of Marcus's.
Excuse me, I'm sorry, guys.
Do you know why mummies are so selfish? They all wrapped up in themselves. A hiss would be, oh, Mar says a hiss would be better for to put up there.
Ooh,
Yes.
creepier.
For the cat, yes. So creating a life. The Overbeck sisters and the Cambridge City Pottery. So all of this was done by the sisters, the Cambridge City Pottery, Overbeck sisters. Women's suffrage in Wayne County. Vote for women. Votes for women.
The mask.
Death mask of George Washington Julian. Who was he? George Washington Julian was a politician, lawyer, and writer from Indiana who served in the United States House of Representatives during the 19th century. Born here in Wayne County, he established a legal practice in Centerville, a leading opponent of slavery. Julian was the Free Soil Party's candidate for vice president in the 1852 election and was a prominent radical Republican during the American Civil War and the Reconstruction era. He voted in favor of the 13th Amendment, which abolished slavery in the United States. In 1868, Julian introduced a women's suffrage constitutional amendment. He was the son-in-law of Ohio abolitionist politician Joshua Reed Giddings and the father of Grace Julian Clark, a woman's suffrage advocate. There's Grace Julian Clark right there. I think You're Crazy has come across the internet and affected me. Mike says, LOL, yes. Hey, what kind of church is this? I've seen these before. Marge, what is this? Christ Tabernacle Churches. Is that what these are?
This is just talking about the Mount Olive Baptist Church. It was Reverend J. Robinson founded Mount Olive Baptist Church on land donated by Annie Lou Williams.
Okay.
It was originally set in the corner of Fort Wayne Avenue and Northeast Street, and it moved twice more, eventually to the home of Reverend Robinson and his family. But they had a mortgage burning ceremony in 1999 for it.
Oh, wow. All right.
So this is, and by the way, we're in Julia's room is what it's called.
We're in what?
Julia's room, remember?
Julia's room? We're in Julia's room. Church and family.
Bethel African Methodist. I can't ever say that. Is it Episcopal Church?
Yeah. A lot of stuff to do with the churches over here, isn't there? I mean, look at this. This lantern.
This is
Those
St.
plaster death
John's.
masks freak me out. Think about it. Someone put plaster on the face of a dead person.
St.
Yes,
John's
Mark.
Lutheran Church.
That's what is it?
St. John's Lutheran Church. Yeah, that freaks me out too, Mark. That's why I walked away. I cannot. That just. Ugh.
Reed Memorial Presbyterian Church. It looks like they must have like something
No.
for all the different churches here in Richmond. Maybe the older ones.
Probably my favorite scene.
The Last Supper.
Yep.
So they got this. What do you call this?
The altar?
An altar?
I don't know. I mean, that's what I would call it.
But they got this great big altar here.
It's actually beautiful.
Yeah. And you can look all the way up. I'm going to say they got a bunch of the disciples, and then you have Jesus all the way up at the top. I don't know if that's supposed to be Jesus in the middle, but I know that's Jesus at the top, way up there. So I found the Patterson guy looking at him, and some of his relatives, they are definitely related. He could be my grandfather's twin, but I have no idea how they're related. Oh, wow.
Oh, wow, that's interesting. I remember going to church and having one of these on our. They would put the count of the congregation that day.
Oh, yeah.
Like last week, this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remembered it. I didn't know what they were for until you just told me. All right, turning around.
This is really pretty.
It is. It's huge.
It's big, you're right.
We got stained glass windows over here. It looks like we got sort of a sitting room over here, right? With the harp. And please do not touch. I don't know what this canister thing here is. Do you, Margie?
Hello.
Do you have this area roped off? That canister thing right there, do you know what that is?
I do not.
I don't know. I wonder if it's like a kaleidoscope. It says on that side, but you can't read it. It's a little far away to read.
Let me see.
I'm going to say it's a kaleidoscope.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
Okay.
What is that? It's like a big wash basin.
Where? Here?
Yeah, that thing right there.
It's a piece of art, Margie. That is a piece of art.
It's huge.
Then you got the tea set here in the middle. Kind of reminds you of the glass museum Haley and I went through just here recently. You got the dome glass with the bird inside.
There's one bird. There's like 10 birds.
Is there? Oh, okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a little creepy too.
We got the grandfather clock and the piano.
It's an organ.
It's an organ. Eagle lantern.
I never seen
Is that what he is? Is that the eagle lantern there? What is it? Different kinds of.
I don't ever remember there being a mini wave oven. I remember there being an easy bake oven.
There was a what? A mini wave oven?
It says easy bake at the top, but now over here it says mini wave oven. Easy bake. That thing is tiny. Were they really that little?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I don't remember it being that little.
If there is bumps on the caster, it might play music. Looks like it has a crank handle.
Yes.
Yes. So, but we got, look at this, Margie. Look at these old roller skates.
Mm.
Are those wheels wood?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know. And then look at this. The country camper for Barbie. And then guess what's right next to it? The country camper. But
Okay, do you know?
they got all the different kinds of like stuff down below. Different. This looks like a whole entire circus
It
set.
doesn't know if you know what all these are.
Okay. Hold on. So please do not touch. We're not touching. But we got this here. It says is a dollhouse. So I don't know how it opens. We also have. We'll get back to Margie here in a second. I don't know what this is. Charles West Star. I don't know. Looks like maybe a antique piece of furniture. Margie keeps sneezing. That's Charlie Brown. That's a sock monkey. There's a golden book. Margie can't stop sneezing. Different kinds of dolls. Marbles. The burn your hand. The burn your hand oven. Good for kids. So, now is this an organ then, Margie? Haynes Brothers spare grand piano. That's funny. I would figure this is a oven or an organ, and the other one was a piano. Oh, there is the Jeanette Mansion.
Where we're at right now?
No, we are not there, Margie.
Are you sure this isn't?
This is not the Jeanette Mansion. No.
I thought it was the same thing.
No. So there's Henry Jeanette. There's Allison Lumley Jeanette, and I believe I don't know, maybe relatives created Jeanette Records, because we went to Jeanette Records, if anybody remembers that, here in Richmond, and visited that.
Hey, Chris.
Yes.
Could you look at the top drawer for me?
I don't think I could see in the top drawer either. That's pretty high. I mean, I'm reaching up as high as I can. I can just reach the top.
Where's my watch?
Margie. After Margie sneezes, is there a dust storm? They do have, oh yeah, they have this big American flag up here. All right, where are we going next?
Else. I don't think I could.
Oh my gosh. I don't think that's what it's for. People are supposed to go in there.
I know I could have fit this way, but I'm this way.
Oh my gosh. So they just got some paintings. It looks like we're going into another room. I don't know if we're supposed to go in this door, if we're just going in the other door. If there's a certain way we're supposed to go.
Are you going to be in this room looking?
Well, I'm going to say
I'm
yes.
going to stop in here.
Are you going to, did you mute your?
I'm going to mute it now.
Okay. So do you want to make sure that you're muted?
Can you guys hear me?
Well, yeah, because you're standing right next to me.
Oh. Okay, cool.
So let me guys know if you guys can hear Margie. Yeah, you do. You need a mirror for those drawers, yes, Mara. So nobody's answered whether they can hear you or not. She's talking right now. Margie might get stuck in that door, get the jaws of life. Yes.
Well, I said if Mark could hear me say yes, so I take it Mark could hear me.
Well, there is a delay. So Margie might, yeah. So I don't think so. I think you're good. So here we go. That was Margie slamming the door to the bathroom. All right. So we got a display here. Looks like different kinds of musical items. Woodwind instruments. Nyatiti from Kenya. And Keong, Java, 19th century. Some of this stuff is pretty neat because you can just tell it was made. There's a dance rattle, tube fiddle, scraper. Here's a drum. I don't know how to say that. Dravoinets. There's another drum, another rattle. Drum. Xylophone. Wow. Endago. A hurdy-gurdy stringed. Byzantine lira from Turkey. These are just concertina. It looks like a what do you call them? I can't think of them right now. Spiked fiddle. Wow, just different stuff. Behind us, we got some look at the different women's dress we can see from different eras up here. Pretty cool. But in this case, we got all different kinds of stuff. Norwegian tin decorated with rose mailing. Selbu mitten and hats. So Mrs. Gar traveled a lot to get a bunch of stuff like this. So we're gonna go walk over here real quick, take a look to see what they got over here. Let's get them instruments for the hotel. I don't think that's gonna happen. So we got different kinds of pottery. We got a great big look at that. You don't see that kind of stuff anymore. So triple unit bookcase. That's what this is. So the bookcase is a triple unit that has this different pottery. This is actually pretty neat bookcase. But nothing really telling me about the pottery. So, but over here we got, in this case, I don't know what this is. It looks like there's nothing in here.
Pardon our mess.
I was like, wow, do these markings mean something? And then I realized, oh, that's Velcro. So we'll turn around. So here we have, right here, this is winter kimono from Japan.
Oh yeah, I remember this is where she traveled.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. This is like some of Mrs. Gar's from her travels. So very pretty.
Kind of the flapper dresses.
Flapper dresses, American. So this is more from the 1923s, 28s.
Yeah, you look at all these over here. This is how they changed.
This reminds me of that movie Mobsters. You remember that with Christian Slater?
I kind of like those.
Yeah, same thing. And they got, I think it's just, what do they got down here? What's that, Margie? Wooden shoes?
People around the world have made all kinds of shoes. Get the shoes in the exhibit. Try on some of the shoes in the suitcase.
Are you going to try on some shoes, Margie?
I don't have any other people's trying.
Uh-oh. There we go. She was messing up there for a second. All right, so what do we have?
So, these right here are little, no, I could not. They're a little too pointy. And check this out. It's a wooden flip flop. This is what I needed when the kids were bad.
Oh my gosh, Margie.
I couldn't do it.
So this is part of a burqa.
This type of face mask is worn by Muslim women in the. How do you say
and
that?
I think that's a different color burqa. Here, I'm not for sure. I'm just taking a guess. Is that what I think it is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Afghanistan, mid-20th century.
Yeah, because now if you see them, they're usually always black.
Based upon the interpretation of the text in the Quran, some Islamic cultures follow the tradition for women to cover their heads and or bodies when in public.
Actually, last time I seen one of the not the now was up in Michigan. I seen a woman wearing a burqa. But this, look at this. It's like a thing for Istanbul.
Istanbul.
Is that like? Wasn't Istanbul used to be called? What was it? Constantinople or something like that. I can't remember.
The Turkish image on this chain are called Muscat.
Constantinople, yeah, because it was named after.
Each contain verses of the Quran to provide protection against the evil eye. A chain like this would be hung in a home, most likely in entry Georgia.
Look at this, Margie. Islands of Greece. Islands of Mykonos. I don't know. Mykonos. Constantinople. Yes, yes. I know because the city was originally named after the leader of Rome, Constantine. But then we have, ooh, Margie, look at this. This different kind of armor, English comb. Just all different kinds of helmets and different armor. You got this armor. What do you think of this, Marge?
Mm-hmm.
Guns changed the way of waging war, and therefore the protection needed. Armor made ever thicker and heavier to be bulletproof, became too heavy to wear. That makes sense. Is that her?
Mm-hmm.
So there she is. Julia Meekgar. The lady who collected all this stuff.
So this is
Yeah. What time is it?
3 o'clock.
So we have an hour. So this looks like, did she travel to Africa, I'm going to say? I would say she traveled to Africa. What would you say, Margie?
Maybe.
Look at that rhino. Picture of a rhino.
This is a large tarp from Africa.
Yeah. Oh, I see how it works. I've seen stuff like that. Ceremonial mask worn by women who take adolescent girls to hinterland for training for womanhood. Water buck. What is that? Circular rug.
Ew, no.
What?
It's a monkey pelt.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I can guess what kind of monkey it came from.
A colobus. That makes me sad.
Margie. That's just the way things work. I'm sure it's old. It's not like they were killed yesterday. Like, is that blood on that sword? I didn't even see there was blood. I must commend the staff who put together these displays. It looks professional. So, all right, turning around. What do we got back here? It's like from Japan. Oh, wow. That's pretty neat. What do you think, Marge?
Mm-hmm.
Japanese hanging ornament copper. Japanese hand fan.
Oh, here's a poster
There's a yen.
that she got from the Hiroshima City Hotel.
Mm-hmm.
Or the Sister City Group from Richmond acquired on their trip, I guess.
Oh. Oh, is this?
Russia?
Yeah.
USSR, I guess.
Soviet medals representing all the publics of the Soviet Union. Oh, wow.
Maybe get a better look if you look down on it. You don't have that glare.
Marge, I don't have a glare. I don't know what you're talking about. You're looking through there. I'm not. And then you got this Russian samovar tea set. Brass and copper wooden cups. And then you have the rickshaw. Would you have done this job, Margie, back then?
I mean, if that's what I had to do, I would have done it.
Yeah. We did miss that back here. And it looks like there's a mummy on there. What do you think? So I don't know. This mummy number 8. I'd never seen 4. Did
What
you
does
see
it say?
4?
No. Ebony and ivory cabinet.
Oh, yeah. Italy circa 1650. So ebony and ivory cabinet. Wow. I don't think you can have one of those today.
There's a lot going on it.
It was called the Pelham. Oh, okay.
Is this like one of those?
Sorry, guys. There is a delay. So some of the stuff you guys are talking about, we've already passed, and it's kind of hard to try to figure out what you're talking about. But I should have changed the delay. But I don't know how well this would have worked out if we would have changed it.
This is kind of cool.
What is this?
It's
A Japanese house model. Oh, yeah.
Everybody takes off their shoes at the
Oh,
front.
yeah. Everybody sits on the floor on a pillow, too.
What's back there?
I want to watch a lot of History Channel. That's what Mike said.
You what?
He watches a lot of History Channel. I would too, but I don't have cable. What's that? What are you saying is freaky, Margie?
I don't know. They just say it's
Richmond Rat Boy? Much like other sideshows gaffes such as the Fiji Mermaid and the Jersey Devil, this creature is not a real being, but instead a fabricated creation used to draw attention from onlookers. On May 22nd, 2023, the creature was donated by an unknown person who left a note explaining that this is the Richmond Rat Boy.
Hmm.
A popular sideshow attraction during the 1910s to the 30s, the half boy, half rat was discovered in the basement of an insane asylum. The content of the body includes plaster of Paris and a clay overall armature decorated with paint, animal fur, and animal claws and teeth.
Okay, this is like weird stuff to me. Like right
Looks
here.
like the houses you see in the ninja movies when someone crashes into the wall. So,
like hair art during the Victorian era.
Hair art.
Was a popular keepsake to have after the death of a loved one. That is like freaky crap. No way. Ew. A snake skin.
Python purse, yes.
And that was an antique. No.
What is it?
An antique mannequin head. Ooh.
It's a mannequin head, Margie.
I know, but it looks. Why they have blood on the nose and around?
I don't think it's blood. I think it's just highlighted.
I don't know.
Look at these dresses here. World War II era women's fashion.
She's gonna wear a dress that's got little hats on it.
Is it what? Are they hats?
Are they hats or
They
like
are.
a
They're sailor hats. They're sailor hats.
Yeah, not missing.
We got stuff over here from where? Looks like the Middle East. Or no,
There you go.
Egypt.
So here's statues of Dane gods. A cricket cage,
Oh, to keep her cricket.
a mask, a fan,
Mhm.
a fragment from the Great Wall of China.
Yeah. Knott's Berry Farm in California had hair art on the historical building. Oh, wow.
Ew.
The Mask of Goddess Kali, bronze. Okay. Julia Meek Gar's passport. Okay. Female head in limestone from Crete. This is a black glazed vase from Greece. Limestone head of Nefertiti, daughter who married King Tut, made in Crete. Camel figurine. I don't. My battery's going low. They didn't have to make him anatomically correct. All right.
That's all I do.
Nope, we got this table back here we missed here.
I thought we did this.
We didn't do this table. So let's see. We got the Edo period samurai armor. Did Mulan have a pet cricket? She did. Yes, Crookie. Yes, and I think she did keep him in a little thing like that, if I'm right. So this is a samurai.
That looks like it would be heavy, doesn't it?
Yeah. Mail Call and Conquest is on YouTube now all over with Ermi R. Lee, and Conquest is with Peter Woodward. Yes. Yeah, I remember Mail Call. All right. So we might have to turn the microphones off and go straight to the mic so I can start this.
Blood clotting flames, leeches.
Yeah. So we are going to the basement area. There's more of this outside, but I don't know if they're allowed, if they use it today or.
She said we're gonna have to hurry though.
What time is it?
It's after 3.
Oh yeah. So. Oh wow. So this looks like racing stuff from Richmond.
The Richmond Speedway.
Yeah. But let's see. What is this, Margie?
Cruising on the National Road.
All right, let's do it. Sit on down there, Marge. I don't see no parking there. All right.
Push
Says.
the radio
You're listening to the voice of the National Road, broadcasting along the National Old Trails Highway in Indiana from Richmond to Terre Haute. The federal government and the American Association of State Highway Officials announced today an ambitious plan to provide order for the nation's highways. The chaotic system of named highways that crisscross these United States will soon be replaced by numbered routes. The old national road.
In 1926, the federal government established the U.S. Highway Route Numbering System to identify principal interstate routes.
That thing is loud.
All highways identified by name.
Well, Margie's sitting right next to it with a mic on.
Shields. Odd-numbered roads would run north-south. Even-numbered roads would run east-west. Important transcontinental routes would end in 0. The national road was designated U.S. Route 40. U.S. Route 40 would run from the boardwalk in Atlantic City, New Jersey, to the Golden Gate in San Francisco. Through Maryland, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, Ohio, Indiana, and Illinois, it would follow the historic route of the National Road. Prior to 1926, independent highway organizations promoted national and regional highways. From 1912 to 1926, the National Road was part of the National Old Trails Road from Washington, D.C. to Los Angeles. By the early 1920s, there were over 250 named highways competing for traffic and money.
Oh, wow.
Each, like the National Old Trails Road, promised the most direct route and the best road conditions. In reality, many of the highways were little more than well-marked, dusty, muddy, and rutted routes. A few did accomplish minor highway improvements, but without funding, progress was slow. Roads varied greatly from state to state. No standardized signs provided warnings for drivers.
So this is really cool.
Right.
So this motorcycle was a tribute. So Joe Coleman of Centerville, Indiana, he's a Desert Storm veteran.
Right.
He donated this, but he had veterans from all different branches of the military sign this.
Oh, wow.
And he gave it here. This is really cool. Like,
by the early 1930s,
this is
much of
amazing.
the old
Frank C. Prophet,
U.S.
Navy.
Route 40, often simply called the National Highway, boasted 2 concrete lanes.
Some of them I can't read.
I wish we could turn that off.
Today in Washington, President Eisenhower signed the Federal Main Highway Act of 1956.
Let's just go down here.
All right. Margie said we're going to go down to the end. Maybe. I think I'm going to have to. So there's, what is this? This is different.
It's a
1912.
2-door sedan.
Oh, wow.
It almost looks like a carriage.
It does. It does look like a carriage, doesn't it? So there's this one here. Looks like batteries in the front. Julian Meek Gar's electric car. Wow, and they make it sound like electric cars are something new today, don't they?
Little do they know.
Yeah. Wonder why they stopped using this. I shouldn't say that. That's my job. 1925 Davis Brogham.
Oh, it was Bradford, and these were. She told us that some of these were manufactured right here in Richmond.
Oh, yeah. Here's another. First direct dial car telephone.
Hmm.
That's kind of weird, isn't it?
It is. Can you imagine driving and dialing?
Well, could you imagine having that underneath the dash?
Nope.
So let's go pull the plug on that machine.
I would like to, Mar.
Wow, look at this little thing.
So we have to go back up and then over and down to the basement.
Right. So here's what I'm going to do right now. So
Oh my gosh, my grandma had a refrigerator like that.
I'm going to have Margie hold this.
Oh, it stopped.
What?
The video.
Oh, okay. It stopped. That's fine.
Why are we taking these off?
Because I have to plug it in because it's going dead. All right, hold on. And I can't plug anything in as long as that's plugged in.
So I need to get the cord.
Yes, just hold that still. All right, let me know if you can hear us now. Because it might be a little different because we did have to change. All right, hopefully everything is okay.
You want to hold that so I can plug this in?
I can hear you. Okay, all right. So yeah, things are going to sound a little bit different. You're going to hear more. The one part is the machine did stop. I'm just having to plug. I didn't see if it actually turned on. I hope it did.
It's the lights are on.
But I don't know if the battery's on for the.
Oh.
So.
Okay.
I was going to try and shove this in my pocket. Just 1 second, guys. We're just kind of.
What pocket are you going in this?
I don't know. I'll just have to hold it up like this. So.
Here, I'll hold it. You.
Well, I
fix what you need fixed.
But the thing is it's pulling on the. It's
it.
knotted.
Okay, you hold it. Let me unknot it.
Let's see if I can just fit it in this pocket. I was going to try and put it in my back pocket. All right. There we go. So we got some other cars. Let's see. We actually had, but we got to move a little quicker. So.
Oh, Coke machine. 6 cents for a Coke.
6 cents for a Coke. That was. So you got how much for 17 cents for gas? What do you think of that, Margie?
I like the other one better back there.
The 9. 13 cents total?
Yeah. Your tax is 4.5.
And you got these. You know what this car reminds me of? The Waltons.
Oh, yeah. Do you think this was, like, original?
What, the brick? Well, yeah. But this is a 1926 Dodge. Over here. What do we have here?
I don't like that one.
You don't like this car?
Mm-hmm.
Why? What is it?
There's something about it I do not like.
Something you don't like. It looks like it got first place. It says it's a Pilot. The car ahead.
Oh, so it says famous flyer to suspend pilot car from his balloon.
Oh.
So that's why.
Okay. And this here.
Manufactured right here.
This is also a 1920 Pilot.
I do remember how some of our plates have really changed.
Oh, yeah. So they got different Indiana plates back there on the wall. But this is a 1915. Oh, crap. All right, hold on. Well, because I think something else might be going dead. All right. So this is a 1915 Westcott that was manufactured here in Richmond as well. Over here we have another vehicle. It doesn't say what it is, does it? Oh yeah, a 1909 Richmond touring car. Here we go, another. This looks like the car from Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. A 1908 Westcott. And then we have a 1907 Richmond here. You should take a trip to Canton and hit the Canton Car Museum and First Lady, etc. So many museums, LOL. Yeah. We've been to a lot of car museums. So, all right, we're going to move on. I think that's all that's here. How long we got? We got enough time to probably go over and take a look at the basement?
Maybe.
I bet we got 40 minutes. So we're going to head up through some of the places we already been through. Go ahead, Margie. Is there something in there? I don't think so.
I don't think so. I just was in my room.
Margie's trying to get us in trouble. Oh, is it? This is where the mummy is? Do you want to come back up? All right.
Oh yeah, there's the tubes. Did you see that?
All right. Sorry, you're moving because of. We got to wait. What is this? Picking stuff going down the stairs. No, it keeps pulling the camera. We're gonna have to unplug it. Marcy is texting me, so I'm in and out. Okay, Mar.
Okay, it should be okay now. Back pocket.
I don't think I'm gonna be able to do that. All right. Sorry, we're getting some more stuff ready.
Did you see this?
What's that? Oh, wow.
Do you see what it is?
Yeah, it's the Last Supper.
It looks like it's been like that.
Yeah.
People who make toilets and stuff.
Right.
And there's the Lord's Prayer.
Lord's Prayer up there. Kind of like in the doily, too, huh?
It's kind of really, that takes some time.
Oh, yeah. Maybe if I
Beautiful.
come back here a little farther so that you can see. So, there you go. Catch you on another stream, Mar. That display by the steps is for the birds. So, yeah, different kinds of stuff. We're headed to the basement. This is Gar Scott Company. Obviously, a company that used to be here in Richmond, Indiana. I don't know if it still exists. I don't remember anything by that. There's Margie standing in the steps.
It's an old seat for the British National Bank.
Oh, wow. It's a big bank. Piano back here. We are in the basement. What's that? Furnace
Oh,
room.
this is about the Levi coffin.
Oh, Levi Coffin?
Mm-hmm. Right here, it's just right here. Coffin down, Levi coffin.
Mm-hmm. It's invented Levi Coffin House. We even talked about going back. Jeremiah Cox's hat. Madam Walker, Madam C.J. Walker. 1911 was the first Indianapolis 500 race.
In 1913, On the Banks of Wabash became our state song.
Opens factory. Madam C.J. Walker opens her factory in 1910 in Indianapolis. So just a timeline of stuff that went in.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you're right, Chris.
What's that?
I'll let you look at this stuff.
Oh, what was I right about?
Jeanette Records.
Jeanette Records, yeah. So you got different,
Film projector.
yeah, different kinds of
There's another one here.
projectors and cameras.
Nate Davis.
Yeah. Marlon Burns. Jason Briggs.
Person's huge.
Lamar Lundy.
That's a big butt for tomorrow.
Looks like a lot of stuff from like the different schools, right?
Mm-hmm. Looks like a marching band.
You know what, Miss Baker? I said, what? Well, we used to use you as our excuse. I said, your excuse for what? They said, excuse for
You know
anything.
who I am?
Uh,
Is that the lady from the coffin house?
might have been.
That's what she looks like.
She does.
She looks just like her.
So here we got Mary Davis, Lewis Research Center, Cleveland, Ohio.
Here's an Uncle Remus.
Looks like she was on the space shuttle. Doesn't say which space shuttle. Teacher in space. Oh, here's another number 11, Mummy. Here we have the Jenkins JD30 television receiver. So I'm going to say you didn't get the picture. You probably just heard. Christmas Monday is one of my favorite dates. March 4th, Hup 234, Hup 234. Jenkins R400 television display. So this is starting to remind me of the television museum we went to. Francis Jenkins envisions the future. Or this is a Pioneer Days in Wayne County. So wow. So we got a flag. It looks like one of the caps from the Civil War. Soldier sewing kit.
You see what they called it?
Are
Though?
them TV cables ready? I don't think they are, Mike.
They were. Did you know those were called housewives by the troops?
No, This is a long rifle. And then there's a pair of soldier's crutches.
He's a muzzle loader.
Yeah, muzzle loader. Oh, look at this. It's a loom. Yes.
Loom. So this is the Pioneer Kitchen.
Why are there seats here? Are they supposed to put like a demonstration on here?
Maybe they just want you to sit down, have a nice little relaxing look at the Pioneer.
Or maybe if there's guided tours, somebody actually goes in there.
Wasn't a lot of room for 'em, was there?
No.
So there's your wash tub, your bathroom.
Yeah. What do you mean not a lot of room? This is pretty neat. And then you have the loom. And then back this way, I got to switch hands because my hand's falling asleep. We have Jeanette Records. Just like what we went to. My mom had my great grandmother loom like that. Oh, wow.
Kind of puts a thing to like what we went to
The long
see.
rifle looks like the one I have. I got from Disney back in the 1980s when they sold toy guns. That looks real, yes. So here, yeah. So these are some of the records from Jeanette.
So
They did different names as well. So there's a Decca.
you know when we went and we saw the building and everything,
Yeah.
don't you think that's probably from inside it?
It might be.
Like it's kind of nice to see, like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
The difference is in the tones. So Louis Armstrong actually
The
used
last person who played this piano is dead, and we wouldn't want to take any chances. So I wonder who it was.
I don't know.
I wonder who it was. Because we read about him.
I don't know.
Mr. Trowbridge who was a stockholder for the piano company. He lived North Glendale. It was later purchased from the Trowbridge estate for the shape of
We never learned how to use it. It got sold when she died. I didn't have any place to keep it. Oh, wow. The Jeanette records. Recording studio. In 1915, the Star Piano Company, which had been under the leadership of Henry Jeanette for several years. Henry's sons, Harry, Clarence, and Fred, had joined the company. The Jeanettes were ready for a new challenge. While the piano business was still thriving, phonographs and records were gaining in popularity. Star Piano Company began producing recordings under the Star label in 1916 at a recording studio the company established in New York. Soon after, an addition was made to the Star Piano Company complex in the Whitewater Gorge. Their phonographs and records were manufactured, and the Jeanette record label was born. So they got, here's how they press the records here. A record pressing machine there. It's pretty neat. Over here, kind of going from the records into, this is not a real horse. You'd be well trained.
It's like the makeup bill. Makeup, what do you say?
It's like the general store, isn't it? There's a general store.
Look at all these.
Guns.
There's an American long rifle, a squirrel rifle.
History
Civil
of guns
War,
in America.
U.S. Springfield, Harper's Ferry, breech loader, a percussion, double barrel shotgun.
Powder scoop. Cow horn.
What's a pinfire? I never heard of that.
Of a what?
A pinfire? I never heard of a pinfire.
Mm-hmm.
There's a Colt single action.
Mm-hmm.
A revolver.
Powder flask.
There's a lot of different
And a
ones in
pepper
here.
box. I remember you
That is
walking
very,
through that
very
area.
little.
Too bad the buildings weren't preserved for history, but with no one paying taxes, I can see how it was torn down. This is like your general store, right? Cigar advertising statue, of course. What's that? Oh, yeah. So here we are in the general store. They got canes. Canes right here as you walk in the door. Walking sticks.
Oh my gosh, it's a dog.
Yeah, Marge.
I like that one. Some of them are really
We got
different.
candy up there, cigars, all different kinds of stuff.
Tobacco.
Yeah.
Oops.
You can't go in, Margie.
I know, I didn't mean to hit that.
So we got hats over here. Different kinds of dishes.
Look at that old fire extinguisher from 1901.
I don't know where.
Behind the wood stove.
Oh, yeah. Checkered.
Like how they have the hanging meat buffet.
Oh, yeah. So they had like a meat market inside the
Kind of
general store
like,
too.
except they didn't have hanging meat in the, what was it, the like Little House on the Prairie when you walk in the general store.
Right. All right.
Oh, so that's how they would keep their lace. I see now.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's kind of different. Like,
All right.
interesting. Was this male maybe?
Yeah. Looks like it was male.
All the different hats.
Yeah. Different women's hats from different times. Julian's Richmond, Indiana. Upturned brim sailor.
They're pheasant feathered hats.
Pheasant feathered hats.
Yeah, natural and dyed pheasant feathered hats.
Ooh.
So they're from the 40s and the 60s.
Yes.
Which I can see it. A bonnet back there.
Says Squirrel Hunter. Colt tried to make a mute shot rifle, but it was based on the revolver. And your hand was in the front of the 6 cylinders. And if you got a chain fire from loose powder, all rounds would go off in your hand. What's it say? Squirrel Hunter's rifle. My great-great-grandfather was awarded a certificate from the governor of Ohio as a squirrel hunter who helped save Cincinnati from Confederate Army attack. So these are men's hats.
You see the newsboy hat back there?
Yeah, that's the kind of hat I've been wanting.
Mm-hmm.
There's the stovepipe hat. There's,
Straw bow?
no, it's a Dapper Dan hat.
It says it's a straw bow.
It's a Dapper Dan.
Oh, that's Civil War times.
Yeah. Look
I
at
wonder if
that.
I got anything from Lobotomy. Do you know what Lobotomy
So this is more of,
Yeah,
this
I
looks
know
like a
about
leather,
JFK sister.
right?
Schumann.
Yeah, it's
They
really
go
good
to the
design.
side.
They have a pink and they go.
Man, they're
And the scary thing was I was like, I could do it 3 in a day. He was bragging about how fast he could do a lot of these. He wasn't worrying about if they're good.
Lincoln
He's
bust.
like, I could do it. I could do a lobotomy in 10 minutes.
Yeah, you just take one of those needles.
Nathan H. Edwards.
got to speak up so they can hear us. 2 people are very loud.
Yeah. Looks like a fireman's jacket. Is that what it is?
The downtown Richmond double explosion on April 6, 1968. Oh, this was the one that got out upstairs when the guy climbed in, and then he was off duty and he saved that woman's life.
The Julian chair.
George Washington was a prominent and reform-minded politician and congressman. Born in
No.
Julian was 6 years
No.
old.
That is not a chair Lincoln sat in, is it?
George Julian sat in this chair in the U.S. House of Representatives while he served as congressman from Indiana during the Civil War. The House chamber was refurnished in 1973, and Julian was allowed to keep his desk, now at the Indiana State Museum, and his chair here at WCHM. In this photo of Abraham Lincoln with his son Todd Lincoln is sitting in one of these congressional chairs, quite possibly this one.
So we don't know.
We don't know 100% if that's the
Alright.
chair. Who thought 2 people could be so loud?
Think they've been drinking?
I don't know. It's like the very, very loud.
Colonel William H. Schlatter, Assistant Adjutant General and Military Secretary to Governor Oliver P. Morton of Indiana during the American Civil War. Back when the rifles were one shot, even the bolt action M1, you had to rock the bolt load the next shot. So this is like the apothecary.
Is that or the doctor's? Because right here is like dental.
Well, that's what an apothecary is.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Doctor's medical kits, dental tools, eyewear, ear trumpets.
Well, this is where you'd be getting your medicine.
There's number 10.
Yeah. What's back here? The old cycle shop.
Oh my goodness. That's a very old bar.
Yeah. Tandem bike.
I couldn't even ride that. And so that is crazy. That what is
Yeah.
it? 3 people?
Yeah, 3 people. And then this is Margie's favorite bike here.
No,
Yep,
I cannot. I would not. I tried it once and I
quite possibly.
a go no, a no go. There we go.
And then or snake oil back then. If it could, I guess it could have been a little bit of everything, couldn't it?
Do you want to make our way back?
I guess if you used it and it worked,
We got about 15 minutes.
and we got 1 room left, right?
And then the outside.
Well, we didn't do the outside. We probably won't be able to do the outside. We might have to come back and go do the outside.
I'm just amazed at how people can be so watchful.
Because we've been going for an hour and 40 minutes right now. So we are heading out. So we're going to be walking past stuff we've walked past before. We're going to the last room, which is where the mummy is. Well, I mean the mummy, not from the movie. It says my video is a bit laggy, but it could be me. Okay. Same here, it's lagging. It might be the area we're in the building too. We were just in the basement too. All right. The face of the museum, Egyptian mummy.
So they knew it was an adult male.
Yeah. The building is reminding me of the Pink Palace at Memphis, an apothecary and a replica of the first self-shop grocery store.
So they named him that.
Big cat. And this is what he actually looked like. Hear me.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh. That's awful wig on that head. I think it's just a recreation of what this guy looks like.
He was between the ages of 30 and 35 years.
So you got all different kinds of Egyptian stuff.
So he stood about 5'6".
So my height.
They think he died around 900 BC. But his body did not receive a complete
Oh. So do you know what these canisters are, Marge? Like these, like canisters like this?
Mm.
Yeah, because they take all your organs and everything out. So that's canisters like that holds your organs.
Mm.
But yeah, so. So I don't know. Wonder if they have X-rayed that mummy or CT scanned it.
Yes.
Yes.
It says they have done it, and that's how they found that they believe he's 30 to 35 years old, and there was no injuries that could be seen on the X-ray. But from the length of his leg bones, they estimate he stood about 5'6". It seems unlikely that the body was thoroughly dried before it was wrapped in many layers of linen. So over time, the soft tissue became the bones were able to move around inside the wrappings.
Okay.
So it says that X-shaped device was found inside the body during one of their investigations, and that indicated that an incision had been made in the abdomen of the body to remove its internal organs. However, these organs were not dried, wrapped, and returned to the body. Instead, this device was inserted into the empty abdominal cavity to support the abdominal wall while the body was wrapped.
All right. Thanks for joining us, Caffeinated Misfits.
Interesting.
So it says, turn on light to see X-ray of mummy. Go ahead, Margie.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. All right. Life and death of ancient Egypt. There's where I almost had to go if I didn't go to Bosnia.
Yeah.
The Sinai Desert.
Mm-hmm.
Here is, what is this, Marge? An Egyptian funerary mask?
So dating back to around 2,000 years ago during the early, I don't know how to say that, Greco-Roman
Mummy.
period?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. The purpose of the mask was not only to protect the mummified individual wearing it, but the mask would allow the individual to breathe, eat, hear, see, and speak
Oh, wow.
in the afterlife.
Huh. This is the different kind of stuff they would find in the tombs.
Mm-hmm. A tomb was stocked with everything that would be needed in the afterlife. Tomb scenes show relatives and servants carrying beds, chairs, storage boxes, clothing, food, and cosmetics in the funeral procession. Wow.
So much different stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Often show the funeral procession transporting the mummy of the dead person to his tomb. So I think we start in the wrong place because they're numbered, and this one is 1.
So we're just gonna wrap it up. It's okay.
So I can't remember what this Egyptian god's name is. I would have to look at them. Oh, I know that one. That's Anubis. Anubis. But the falcon, I'm not for sure. Why was Cleopatra seeing a shrink? She was in denial. I think Mike needs to get a job at the Jungle Cruise. What do you think? So right now we have like 10 minutes. So I think we're gonna probably just go ahead.
In here?
Well, we're going out. So
Do we need to go in a little gift shop area now?
no.
Okay.
So all right. So we are gonna head on outside. All right.
Okay.
All right. What's that? Sorry about that, guys. I accidentally hit something I shouldn't have. But once again, that was the Wayne County Historical Museum. And I hope you guys enjoyed all of it. No, I was trying to flip the camera around so I could see both of me and Margie. and I think I accidentally hit something that said, for some reason it said I ended, and I went back and it says no, we were still going. So but I don't know, you guys tell me, would you rather me do videos, or did you like the live stream a little bit better? But yeah, so but yeah, oh yeah, Mar, I'm so happy to be able to be back and see you guys. But yeah, so but no, you let me know if this is something you like, where when we go to like stuff that's going to take longer than what we usually for recording, if you would rather us live stream it, or if you would rather us to do recordings, because it's hard when you find out something's long and try to separate it, because you didn't know it was going to be 2 or 3 parts when you record it. But I think it's going to do it, guys. So thank you guys all for joining us, and we will catch you on the next adventure. We'll see you later. Bye. Maybe.